Hi guys, this is Ratchet Throw, and we are playing Criminal Case, Elite Mode, Case 44, Murder, he wrote. Let's unlock Chapter 2, and turns out the treasure this guy was writing about exists. Yes. Katrina, speaking of that treasure, the bot and I have been looking into it, and we know exactly where it is. What? So there really is a treasure? I analyzed the victim's notes, and young Elliot's satellite pinpointed a spot in the mountains where something's hidden. It's so exciting! Indeed, but since this treasure could be linked to our murder, I'll ask you gentlemen to hand the location over to Katarina and me. We need to examine that place immediately. Okay. Alright, let's go to mountains. And since you're going to mountains, we need the helicopter. Alright. And it's a nice view from here. Oh, I can't pick it up. And even has a Sombra symbol. Coins? Alright, here's the treasure we're looking for. And it also has Sombra's symbol. A little suspicious. Katrina, we're not the first to find this place. It's all dug up. Well, yeah, no wonder the chest was already at the surface. But whoever beat us here left this chest behind. Were they interrupted during their treasure search? Wait, what? You're right, there's a Sombra logo empty in the chest. So the treasure comes from Sombra? Or is it a treasure at all? You're right, if this is an old Sombra cache, it might shed light on Sombra's past. We need to unlock this chest quick. Yeah. And could these coins have been part of the cache? Good call. We first need to know what kind of money this is. Let's run these coins through our database. Halt, strangers. What do you seek in my land? And you are? We're investigating a murder. More to the point, who are you and what you're doing here? They call me El Desesperado. I roam alone in the wild. Well, El Desesperado, Lisbeth Katrina will have some questions for you, so we invite you to roam aside for interrogation. Alright, let's analyze the coin. Who are you supposed to be? Spanish doubloons. I don't know anything about it. Katrina, these coins are centuries-old Spanish doubloons. What are they doing near a dug-out Sombra chest? You're right, maybe the pomp will be able to trace these coins' history. Okay. Alright, now let's unlock the Sombra chest. Oh, this is going to be big. Nothing, just a knife. But this might be the murder weapon. Damn it, the little somber chest is empty except for a bloodstained knife. It's like someone left it there to mock us. So we still don't know what treasure was buried here. Well, we better get this bloody knife to Lars. Maybe this is the murder weapon. So the killer took whatever there was in the chest. Alright, 2 analysis. Alright, let's go to this guy. Mr. Desesperado. This place is related to Lisbeth Cateria's investigation into a murder. Did you know about the chest hidden here? I don't understand you. This land is my domain and no place is hidden from me. The hills are vast and my horse is swift. We roam... Yes, we got that. While roaming, did you see anybody? I see wild beasts prowling the hills and birds soaring in the skies. Some strangers came here uninvited also. Who are these strangers? Did you see Ernesto Carpena, a famous author? Your authors and murders mean nothing to me. I see strangers and it troubles me. They're not welcome. That is all. Adieu. We're not gonna get anything from him. We might have learned more if we talk to his horse, Katerina. You're right. Let's call it a day here. What's with this Spanish doubloon coin? Me, is it true? The treasure I sought was related to Sombra? Yes, so I don't know if treasure is the word. On that note, were the Spanish doubloons part of Sombra's cache? Definitely not. Katerina, these doubloons are marvelous museum-worthy pieces, and there's a paper trail for their various owners. The last person to acquire these coins was Ernesto Carpena, 2 years ago. What? The doubloons belong to the victim? Yes, and no. He bought them, but they've since changed ownership. Senor Carpena gave the doubloons to one Ignacio Munoz. Ignacio Munoz? Katerina, I know that man. I've run into him during my time with Sombra. Oh. Munoz is an antiquities expert. He'll work for anyone, including Sombra, as long as he's paid in rare antiques. The victim must have paid Munoz in doubloons for his research expertise. Katerina, I detest Munoz, but I have to ask you about his dealings with the victim, and about why his payment ended up at the dug-up site. Alright. And now the knife. Is it a murder weapon? Hey Katerina, I have a new knock-knock joke, and my whole life's the punchline. Alright. Knock knock, who's there? How about who's not there? My wife, because she turned out to be a murderous Sombra spy. Oh my. Totally forgot about that. Bro, come on, don't do this to yourself. I'm fine. I found some great Argentinian wine, and the hole in my chest will probably stop hurting any minute now. Sorry, Katerina, this is the best moment. Lars is a bit... we can see that, yes. We were hoping to get some answers about the knife Katerina found in Sombra's chest. Lars told me it matches the wound sustained by your victim, so it's your murder weapon. It's called a facon, a fighting knife traditionally used by the caballeros in Las Pampas. Now you got your answer. You can leave me to my wine, Katerina. Bro, come on. Tell them about that mate from the nicest handle. That... what? It's pronounced mate, dude. It's this local tea, and you could let traces of it on the knife. So that means the killer drinks mate. Take good care of your mate, Jack. He's given us a vital clue. Mate. Wow. I agree, Katerina. Lars is in bad shape. At least he's got Jack looking after him. Meanwhile, we must continue with our investigation. Sombra turning up in the middle of it changes everything. What did the victim know? Did he ever find Sombrus's cache? We need to learn more about Ernesto Capena. You're right. We heard that he often went to La Boca and sat at the same table for hours. Let's find that table, Caterina. Alright. So you might have known something about Sombra. Alright, let's go to this dude now. Hello, Inspector. Hello, Michelle. What a pleasure. So the rumors were true. You really did change employers. My. Did you tire of Sombra, or did the Bureau clip your wings? Shut up. Keep your smoke-filled nose out of my business, Munoz. Luis Percatia is investigating Ernesto Capenas' murder, and we know he paid you to help him research something. What was it? Capena got it into his head to write about San Conquistadors' treasure. He paid generously, so I agreed to help him look. Drop the pretense, Munoz. You of all people would have realized there was no treasure on that mountain. But did you know a Sombra cache was hidden there? Sombra is your province, dearest Michelle, not mine. I got paid to look for a treasure, and that's all I know. Objection. Your coins were at the dug-up treasure site. I don't know what you mean. I never set foot in that place, you see. All I see is you lying right to our faces. Police Percatia will get to the bottom of your schemes. Oof, I don't like him. Alright, let's go back to La Boca and look for that table. It wasn't yet on the list, but now you turned up. Wow. Why is it taking so long? I click on it! God damn it. Oh, you left your satchel, so this must have been your table. This satchel clearly belonged to our victim. We'd better search through it. And you're right, now that we've found the victim's usual table, it makes sense to fix up his torn placemat. You never know where a useful clue might be lurking. Alright. Alright, let's look through the satchel first. Oh. Manuscript. I guess it's not surprising to find a manuscript page in a writer's satchel. Ah, you're right, Katerina. I recognize the manuscript's title. This must be an early draft of the victim's famous book. Someone else made corrections all over it. This means the victim had a collaborator. Maybe this person also knows about his treasure research. Good call. We should get this manuscript to Marina for a handwriting analysis. You have a collaborator, so... But just say you wrote the book, but... Seems like you weren't alone. You didn't credit this guy, or whoever he is. Or she. What's this? Katrina, there's doodles and some faded writing amid the food stains on the victim's placemat. Alright, I guess a writer will scribble compulsively on any surface. We better see what notes he left here. That's just what I would expect. You get the idea, and you have to write it down on anything if you don't have a notebook or laptop. What? crossword, of all things. The victim seems to have doodled a crossword on his placemat. Wait, Katrina, you're right. This isn't just any crossword. The victim filled it with insulting remarks about Lorena, the librarian. Ernesto called Lorena obnoxious and interfering. We better ask her about that. Yeah. Miss Prax, care to explain why Ernesto Carpeta would call you obnoxious and interfering? Oh no, did Senor Carpeta really say such things about me? Well, fine, I could say worse about him. Careless with books, for one thing. Senor Carpeta was a good writer, but he had no respect for the library. He grabbed precious books without asking. His lunch craft stained my favorite volume of Borges. Me? I never read next to books, never drink my mate near them, never breathe on them wrong. But that man had no shame. He was a danger to books. Well, if you killed him to protect your precious volumes, you'll find yourself constrained to the prison library's selection. Would you go that far? Let's check out these corrections on the manuscript. Katarina, Lars was here just now, singing drunkenly about how he's all alone and betrayed. Jack picked him up soon after, but I have a feeling this is more than he can handle. Anyway, I guess you're here about that book manuscript. You wanted to know who the victim's collaborator was? But handwriting analysis shows that the corrections in the margins were made by your victim. Oh. The manuscript itself was actually written by a woman. Oh. Wait, are you saying that Ernesto Capella didn't write his own book? Exactly. Rayela de Ficciones was actually written by Ernesto's wife. Oh! And to think that Evangelina waxed poetic about her husband's writing talent. Katrina, we need to talk to her immediately. Yeah. My. Hello again, Lisbeth, Katrina. Will you join me for some mate? No. Not today. Mrs. Carpena, why didn't you tell us you were the real author of the book your husband got famous for? Oh dear. Ernesto's death left me in shock. I didn't know what to say. But there's no reason to hide now. Yes, I wrote Rayela de Ficciones, and Ernesto stole it from me. It was a book I'd always dreamed of writing. Daring, sharp, Borg-inspired. But Ernesto published my work in his own name. He couldn't bear it if I got more famous and successful than him. So your husband stole your work. I suppose people have been killed for less. I'm not a murderer, Lisbeth Katarina. I'm a writer. And now Ernesto's dead, the world will finally know me as the greatest magical realist writer of this age. Mrs. Carpena, if you committed this murder, you can forget all about magical realism. It'll be all prison realism all the time. And it's gotta be all the time, seeing how brutal murder was. Katrina, maybe it's because I'm new to investigating, but this case baffles me. We got to Argentina looking for traces of old Sombra activity. And while we did uncover evidence of Sombra's presence, we also found a dead author. Said author was researching a mythical treasure, which turned out to be an old Sombra cache. Did the victim know about Sombra? Or is the cure connected to them somehow? There's just no way of telling at this point. One person who definitely knows something is Ignacio Munoz. He's collaborated with Sombra before. His involvement is hardly a coincidence. Katerina, I realize that thing. If everything hurts so much after Angelus's betrayal, I could just end it all. Wait, don't! It's hard to live with the pain, right? So maybe I don't need to live. No, don't do it, Lars! What? No! Lars, put that knife down! Oh my. You may be depressed, but you don't deserve to die. Alright, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 3. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!